Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. I don't know what time it is for you because this is a podcast about marketing. This is the Hold My Beard marketing podcast. I am Jake the Wizard, and I'm here with Mitch. Mitch, what's up?
It's keeping on. Summer's trying to show up around here. Still just doing ads, holding my beard.
Yeah, where do you live? The North Pole?
It's close. It's like we're almost in Canada, so Eastern Washington. It doesn't know what time of year it is right now. Literally a couple, like an hour north, got snow last week. So yeah,
Well, it's always a sunny day here in Arizona. But let's jump in today. If you've never been here before, this podcast is your best resource for marketing news, updates, tips, tricks, and general tomfoolery, which is a great word to use
love
in
it.
your marketing if you get a chance to. But we always like to start off with just catching up with the marketing news of the week. So let's take a peek. You like how I rhyme that? I'm Dr. Seuss over here
I like
today.
it. You could be a rapper.
Um,
What would be your
I,
rapper name? Like
my
Doctor?
rapper name,
Yeah,
um,
like Lil SEO or
Lil SEO. Oh my gosh, Lil Serp, Lil
ooh,
Serp.
dude, that's hot. That's hot.
That's actually not
Yeah,
bad.
we.
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
like it.
Yeah, I have a good idea every once in a while.
Yeah.
All right, so quick update if you've been playing along at home. Google SEO right now is, how shall we put it, about as stable as the Israeli-Giza conflict. It is not in a good spot.
Yeah.
And but one of the problems that we've been seeing over the last several weeks is that there are too many Quora and Reddit links showing up in search. They're kind of dominating right now. And it's not really great.
No.
Like, it can be good. I like a good Reddit link every once in a while, but not all the time.
What's interesting, I totally agree with you because like they're good to have if they're relevant. But what I started to notice, and it's probably been this way since this all started to happen, but I mean, we're talking like Reddit threads from like 2021, 2022 that are like 2018. I ran into one and I'm like, dude, this is so old. It doesn't actually pertain to, what I'm looking for. Um,
Yeah.
it doesn't exist anymore. So it's just kind of like that, it's a bad user experience and annoying on that end. But is
Yeah,
it
if your web result can legally drive, that's a problem.
right?
But Barry Schwartz over at Search Engine Roundtable did a test to see if Reddit links are showing less now than they were a couple weeks ago. And the short answer is emphatically no. Uh,
Yeah.
it's a very, very minor drop, but not enough to be significant. So enjoy those. Yeah, rug pull on you there.
Well, yeah, I know. Way to like build it up and then be like, nope. Like, it's kind of like Google with
It's
like, hey,
still terrible.
yeah,
Yay!
it's like Google. You're just like Google. I mean, you literally just pulled a Google on us when they're like, hey, we're thinking about depreciating third-party cookies. Maybe we're gonna stop depreciating them. Maybe, and then they just made us continue on with it. Like they got our hopes up, and then just like pulled the. But what's funny about this, like because of this whole Reddit thing, I have a client and in Boston, and they're in a certain industry, and the name of their company coincides perfectly with like it could be a subreddit name. So I had him
Oh,
go make
really?
I had him go make a subreddit. I was like, screw it, like go
Huh.
make yourself a subreddit. Don't like shill yourself like crazy, but like let's just start building you a little community on Reddit because this is what Google's all about right now.
There you go. I love it. Yeah, go use and abuse the knowledge you have, please, please, please. But that's a good segue. Speaking of cookies, Amazon has unveiled cookieless ad targeting.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So Amazon unveiled an ad targeting solution called Ad Relevance that does not rely on cookies or other third-party identifiers. They announced it at Cannes Lions International Festival this last week.
Okay, so these are for ads on Amazon, right?
I would assume so, yes.
So like they don't need cookies because it's all in platform. Like they know everything we look at.
But they're doing it cross like all across the internet. Like
Oh.
somehow they're tracking you off Amazon.
What? I need to dig into this more.
Hooray!
How does that work?
Well, what they do is they put tracking devices in every piece of cardboard they send out,
Ah,
And there you go. They've collected every person's planet on DNA from returns.
True, and all of our Ring cameras, they're collecting data from our Ring cameras as well.
Probably. Actually, every time you upload a video of an Amazon delivery driver hurling your package at the porch, they collect data.
Interesting. So how I'm gonna have to dig into this because I want to figure out how in the hell this would work. I mean, we all know things are going cookieless anyways, but so it's got to be first party data. So they've cookied you somehow, or have to like know where to serve it to you.
Well, or we're going back in time, right? Before we had cookie tracking, that was just kind of like, if we want to be honest about it, cookie tracking is kind of brain dead.
Right.
Like it's the cheater method.
Hmm.
Okay. But if you go back, there's an old story. If you never heard this, Target was doing customer buying habit analysis, and they could detect from your purchases if you were pregnant. The
Right.
problem is that their analysis was so detailed, they actually knew if you were pregnant before you did.
Yeah, I heard that story. Was it like a 16-year-old girl or something?
Yeah, they were serving ads to these people for pregnancy related products, and the people didn't know they were pregnant. They're like, "Why am I seeing this?" And then like 2 weeks later, they do a test and bing bang boom,
Yeah.
it's a circle of life, you know what I mean?
I mean, they all have so many data points on us just from us shopping there and the pages we look at. But I want to know, like, how are you serving me? Are you just lumping us into, or are they just lumping us into like big groups and like, hey, because of this, like you fall into here? But how is the ad being served to me across whatever platform, unless it's their own freaking network that they're doing it on? And it's not like the
Ooh.
GDN Taboola Outbrain. If it's their own ads that they're pushing out through their own ad network, which makes more sense now that I'm saying it out loud. Hell yeah, they know everything about us and can serve us the right ad. Frick. There it is.
Yep. And the article goes on to state that they claim to lower CPMs by 34%. So, um it's wild. Wild, wild, wild.
Huh.
And they're
Well,
using AI to do it, of course.
weird.
AI. All
AI.
right. Let's go. Stick AI in everything. I want AI in my toaster and my toothbrush. Let's do it.
I'm waiting for some AI Zins.
AI Zins. Oh, apparently this is an ad-supported episode. We're brought to you by Zyn nicotine pouches.
If you don't chew wintergreen, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh my gosh. Zyn, please pay us.
Yes.
All right.
I'll just take free
Let's
cans.
stay
One of
on
the
the
two.
AI ads
Hey.
platform. Meta has built-in AI chatbots and messaging tools coming to Messenger. So
Yay.
look at that. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Is her name Moana?
Their sample person.
Yeah. Or like the bot, or yeah, the sample person. I felt like the name was like Moana. It was like, hi, Moana.
Well, I'm sure it's a much more popular name than it was before 2016.
True. It's true.
For sure, for sure. Paid ads in Messenger, paid messages in Messenger, and it looks like they finally introducing the Threads API.
Yeah.
So now you can off-platform publish to Threads. Ooh rah, another platform.
Yeah. Well, I've been waiting to get on that one and run ads just to ruin it. But so okay, so they have AI chatbots, the AI shopping or the shopping in Messenger. Like Messenger ads have been around forever. Like they kind of took it
Hmm.
away and it made it much harder to run ads just to Messenger, like as a message. But then you've also all like we've had many chat around forever. Um, which was kind of like there was restrictions on that with like when you can interact with people or after how long you could. But like it kind of looks like you can have an entire conversation through AI, but like is it going to be any good? I don't know. Kind of what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, here's the thing. I I work one of my clients is an AI sales chatbot that
Hmm.
is scary good. Scary good. The bot itself, for every 1,000 leads you drop into it, it has a typical booking or conversion rate of about 21%.
Wow.
It's really scary good. And it interfaces straight through texting.
No kidding.
So Oh yeah, and here's the thing: they don't hide that it's an AI, but they don't come out and say it either. Like if you ask it, "Are you AI?" It will go, "Yeah, I'm an AI intelligence, but I'm trained on blah 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 blah." Um, and I think that's really important. That's the key piece to this is that much like other introductions to, like ClickFunnels. At one point, ClickFunnels were like, "Ew, I don't know what this is," and then people got into them and they really worked.
Right.
Um, the aversion to having an AI based conversation, I think, is dropping.
Hmm. Oh, they're getting smarter.
Yeah,
They can actually like help you versus just like mini chat, which was like if this then that. If they click this, then give them that. And if you asked it to something it didn't know, it was like, oh. I was just gonna say, I love it when they say on these things like so that saved X amount of costs. Well, yeah, because nobody's using it yet. Like as soon as we all flood into doing this, costs are gonna go through the roof.
yeah, absolutely. I would say that buyers in general want to do as much work as they can uh, without interfacing with a human. But interfacing with a human is how they can get the last little bit of information they need to go to the purchase. AI is a really safe spot for that because
Hmm.
now they're interfacing with a computer, with a database, but in a very human way.
Right.
So I think that's
You
gonna be huge in the next couple years,
you know who I could
and
see.
people will be very comfortable with it.
Yeah, you know who I could see really. I mean, like e-commerce is obviously going to take advantage of this, but I could also see this like AI stuff, like this kind of AI messenger, this kind of AI ad for like service-based businesses, your plumbers, your electricians, your HVACs, like all them that you have to staff somebody or answer the phone, or a lot, like you said, a lot of like the Gen millennials, Gen Z, like all of them, like I don't want to call somebody, I'd rather just book online.
Right.
As like, it's not because I'm afraid of anybody to like talk to them. It's just it's easier just to like book it and be like done, But like this would also help them with like the lead gen stuff, sending them to the chat bot, and actually being able to answer it quickly because a lot of people can't answer Messenger right away. And the downside to that is once somebody closes Messenger, the odds of them opening it back up quickly is like slim to none. So this will be kind of cool for service based businesses. I think that will really help them and propel them a lot more. I don't know.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. So let's keep going. Staying in the ad vein, lots of ad news this week. Reddit has unveiled conversation ads
Hmm.
as a premium ad placement within discussion threads.
Oh.
Yes, 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 yes. So they've completely revised a piece of their advertising platform, and I can't zoom in here, but basically you can jam ads into the comments of a particular thread.
So can you pick the thread or just based on like your targeting and stuff?
I think it's contextually based. I
Hmm.
don't think it's by post or whatever. Again, the details here are not super thorough in the article, but I mean, just getting more placements, more options. Because honestly, all these ad platforms, their biggest problem is availability,
Yeah.
right? They don't have enough placements for the demand that people want to spend on these ads, which is why you should really consider a social media program for your business because guess what? Unlimited placements at no cost.
Hmm. Hmm. 100%.
But I think we're going to see a lot more action on the Reddit side, especially we talked about this a couple weeks ago how both Google and OpenAI have made deals to get Reddit data into their LLMs, their AI platforms. Reddit's becoming more and more and more kind of important to the internet
Yeah.
as a conversation place, and so with that data getting sucked into AI, and I mean, who knows? Maybe the ad data gets sucked into the AI too. We have no idea what those
Mm.
deals look like, but if they're just kind of scraping a page and leaving the ad in there for the scrape,
That'd be kind of cool.
you're getting in the LLM.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's fun to watch Reddit become more and more relevant. And it's so funny because I mean, if they've been around for how long? Like forever, it
Oh my
feels like.
gosh. I was a very very active redditor in 2009.
Jeez. Yeah. And it's like now. thanks to I think it's and, really thanks to Google and their new SEO stuff. It's they're number one. They're right up top. I mean, everybody's going to Reddit more and more now. Like it's good for them. Take
Yeah,
advantage of it. And
absolutely.
yeah, I totally agree with you. To your point, like it's another place to get in front of people. Multi touch point, multi channel, and it's probably cheap as crap right now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Google now allows some opioid ads.
Great. Why not? Can't do CBD, but let's go ahead and push some heroin.
Yeah, let's go.
Jesus. Like, come on.
The amount of exceptions to the rule over on Google Ads is hilarious.
Yeah. Want to discuss publicly policy solutions for opioid painkiller abuse. Okay, well, I mean, if they're going to talk about opioid painkiller abuse, that makes more sense versus like pushing opiates.
True, but at the same time, you know it's going to get abused.
Oh, 100%. If I had like let's say I was pharmaceutical marketing director, I'm definitely going to spin up some web page talking about opioid abuse and blah blah blah, but then also just slide in some display ads talking about Oxycontin.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Well, and it's just so funny like so many weird rules like ads and SEO stacking up on things that are maybe homeopathic or fringe. I have a client in the medical grade supplement space,
Mhm.
and we have to be unbelievably careful in every single piece of content we create because we can't even use the word supplement.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous, right?
Yeah. So it's wild that they're letting things like this happen because you know that policy is just going to get abused like crazy. So
Oh, for sure. As
anyways,
marketers do, we find a loophole and we exploit it. You know, it's so funny to me because like CBD, it's not illegal, but you can't do anything with CBD. And then even like mushrooms, the whole mushroom phase. There are certain types of mushrooms that they just like or ingredients. Nope, they look at it as like some sort of medicinal, actual pharmaceutical drug, and it's like, dude, it's not. It grows in the ground. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? But then now we could talk about opiates. Okay.
absolutely. So thanks for being consistent, Google.
We love you.
We love you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's jump into I got a TikTok video I pulled from this week I really enjoyed. This is stuff about advertising. Please go follow her on TikTok. She's fantastic. She talks about all things ads and not just like Google and Facebook ads, but like billboards and general advertising and really, really cool. She's going to talk here about a social media campaign. Let's just jump into Davidja.
Nicole the intern and Mixology have just completed the best marketing strategy ever, and it was all an elaborate stunt. For the last 60 days, Nicole has been smashing cans and going viral on her Instagram account, the best marketing strategy ever. She said she had 60 days to prove to her boss that smashing cans was going to get more followers and more sales than his actual marketing strategy. She said she had to get 500,000 followers or else she'd get fired. I don't think many people thought Nicole was actually going to get fired, but I do think it was believable to think that maybe her boss wasn't taking her seriously and that this was her attempt to show the worth of social media. And when you hear about social media managers putting themselves out there like that and seeing videos that say things like this, people rally around that. They're more willing to like the video and engage with the video, all in an effort to help that person out. And I think that is where the success of this campaign started. But then Nicole got more and more creative with the methods she was using to smash the can. So her followers grew and they stayed engaged, waiting to see how she would smash the can next. Well, 60 days passed, and today they revealed that they rebranded the company from Mixology to Smashed. And they revealed it with this dramatic video where Nicole blows up a bunch of Mixology cans and a car and then uncovers a smashed can and finally drinks from the can, which she has never done before. When I first saw this, I thought it was so cool that the campaign did that well that they decided to shift the focus of the brand. But then I wondered, did they have this entire thing planned? Had they already planned and made moves to rebrand to Smashed and created this entire narrative to get there? I was reading this Ad Age article about it, and I think the details in here convince me even more so that the entire thing was planned and not just pieces of it. It seems like they knew they needed a rebrand because they admitted that people had trouble pronouncing the name Mixology. And on the can, she was very pronounced, which I'm sure narrowed the demographic a lot. And they said they trademarked the name for Smashed 2 weeks into the Instagram campaign. As far as I know, trademark applications don't get approved that quickly. So I feel like they would have had to have already applied before they started the campaign. Another thing is that Nicole's boss, the CMO, he has a background in running meme accounts, and his meme account Dad Pack, I think, has almost 1 million followers on it. And he says that he saw a post from another Instagram account called Sharp Dressed Monkey, where a student was posting a sharp dressed monkey to prove to their marketing teacher that they could get a ton of followers and be better at marketing than that teacher's marketing course. So the CMO of Mixology saw that account and talked to Nicole, and they decided to test out that same technique. So I'm kind of torn on how I feel about this whole campaign. It was clearly a very effective strategy. They had an 800% increase in sales, tens of thousands of email signups, and they were selling out of products left and right. And it was really fun to watch Nicole grow throughout this entire thing. She went from those super basic, just smashing a can with a baseball bat videos to incredibly elaborate ideas with costumes and sets and guest stars. And this reveal video was really cool because you're rooting for her, and to have her be the one at the end to uncover this new rebrand was really awesome. But now that I'm thinking that the entire thing was planned, it has a very slight slimy element to it. Had the rebrand actually been a result of the unexpected reaction and virality of Nicole's videos, I would love it. No question. Even though in that scenario, part of it was still planned, it was all just fun. It's something about this, because I truly believe that in the beginning, a huge amount of the engagement came from people who wanted to support Nicole, help her not get fired, and help her impress her boss. It just feels like they're taking advantage of people who are just trying to support social media managers. But then all of this would be supporting a social media manager because it's Nicole, regardless. I don't know. I'm very torn, and I can't fully articulate why part of me doesn't love it. It seemed like everyone in the Instagram comments of the reveal video were totally loving it, didn't feel bamboozled at all. So maybe I'm alone, maybe I'm just digging into it too much, but that's also what I do here on this channel. So let me know what you think.
Oh, we'll tell you what we think.
Well, what do we think?
I think it's brilliant. Now I can understand why she, as somebody in the industry that knows what they were doing, it was 100% planned. Like let's be honest. Trademarks take 6 months to a year to get, unless you really can't expedite it. I mean, the USPTO is just slow as a snail, so it was definitely planned. As somebody in marketing, when we see something like that, like, yeah, we're like, oh my god, that was totally planned. Like, I can see why she thinks, they're taking advantage of, yeah, there is that element of like trickery, so I could see the kind of sliminess to it, but at the same time, like, it's brilliant. Like, they knew they were doing this. You definitely could not come up with those cans in any kind of volume within 60 days. Like, can production takes way too long. Dude, it's a great way. I mean, you're breaking down the fourth wall. It's kind of showing behind the scenes. There was this whole journey, and like at the end, it almost looked like just that picture was Mad Max-esque, like,
Mm-hmm.
and
Absolutely.
I think it's brilliant. Like, do it, but I can see, but also the average consumer isn't going to see it like any of us actually in marketing, branding, anything like that. Like, they don't know, they don't care. It was just a really cool campaign, and it clearly worked.
Yeah, I think the question as a marketer and advertiser comes down to the fact, should we be abusing organic as a style?
Abusing organic as a style, I don't know. Yeah, see, I mean, that's kind of where you get into some weird gray area on the only part of it that like kind of rubs me wrong is the like, help me not get fired part. That's where I feel like you're definitely
Mm,
taking advantage of people. Everything else I'm cool with. I think in the paid ad space, in any kind of ad space, like, so many things have to move to that organic look, and has needed to do that for a while now. I don't like the fact that they played the like, help me, I need to get 500,000 followers or I get fired. Like, okay, that's kind of gray. But maybe I'm not. I mean, did I answer that question right? Did I understand that right? Like, I think
I mean, I don't think there's a right or a wrong answer here, right? Advertisers, your job is to create interest and engagement. That is your job. And when you see things performing well, you use them. The question is, when you find things like this that are not meme, but kind of social engagement manipulation, like, is that unethical? I don't know what that answer is, to be
Right.
honest. Because I'm a big fan of, if it works, do it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, you know, out one of my rules, this, do not lie.
Mhm.
Just do not lie. Marketing is freaking simple. Do not lie and do something.
Right.
Like, that's it. That's marketing. Like, go do something, and then if it works or it doesn't work, you learn something and you do something else.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a hard one. I like the ad campaign as a metrically, removed person who is just looking at performance and the concepting. Like, great job.
Mhm.
But again, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, the only part to me it that really comes across as potentially, and again, it comes down to like everybody's ethics and morals. But the only part that I would have struggled with if I was running that campaign is the whole, help me get X amount of followers and so I don't get fired. Now, the 60 days to prove to my boss that this campaign or that my strategy is better than his, like, it's not unethical. Like, they could have rode that one out, but the follower part is the one part that like had me go, "Eh," that's probably what she doesn't like as well, but just can't put her finger on it. But it's I mean, I don't exploit, because exploit's a bad word, but like if you can organically build something, why not? But just like you said, don't lie, cheat, or
I'll
steal.
throw another wrench in this, actually. Um, it's interesting because memes have gotten more nuanced, even in the last 18 months. If you go back to TikTok of January last year, I remember the amount of like cap cut memes
Mm.
that were performing, and you would use them. I specifically remember, like, do you remember the boat meme?
Oh yeah.
Where you're on the boat and there's this little like background music, and you would write some text on the screen that was like a joke about sitting here waiting for blah 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 or something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
You knew when you were watching that, like, this could be an ad or something. I mean, even big advertisers were doing the boat meme. Wendy's got on it, stuff like that. And it felt less gross because it was like, well, everybody's doing the meme. But
Right.
now it's a lot more nuanced because we don't have that kind of blatant outright meme style video working anymore. So things like this that are in that meme zone but don't have the strict limitations of the meme, that's where the gray area comes in, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's an interesting position to be in with that kind of ad campaign. But I mean, it was definitely planned. But again, it's like there's no rules. There's no like rules or regulations that govern, to a degree there is, but like what we can and can't do. And I think it just comes down to the ethics and morals of the company and the person running the ads. I mean, there's some things I won't do,
Absolutely.
but then there's other things I will do.
Oh, I know there's a lot of things you'll do.
There's not much I
By the
won't.
way, I do think it's important to mention here that the Hold My Beer podcast does not condone drinking non-alcoholic cocktails.
No.
Um Oh my goodness.
As I show my fifth of whiskey from my desk.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, seriously, drink what you like. But yeah, I think it's interesting. That's a whole nother space where it's like
Yeah.
Death Water did it the best,
Mm-hmm.
right? They rebranded water. Like, what?
No, yeah, literally. Well, and dude, this kind of like just goes along with the trend of like next has got to be energy drinks, because we've seen beer, we've seen like hard alcohol, soda start to do it, and then like now you got the non-alcoholic mixed drinks or whatever the heck they are. Like, it'll be interesting
So
to
are you saying like energy free energy drinks? So I have to taste the terribleness of a monster, but I don't get any of the
You
benefits.
get
Is that where we're going with this?
right. You get a taste. You basically get to drink a bottle of NyQuil, yeah, without the going to sleep part or the heart palpitations.
Oh my gosh. We do not on the show condone drinking NyQuil, only Dayquil.
And Tide Pods.
Oh my gosh. This episode is terrible.
We've got
This
off the
episode
rails.
is
We've gone off the
terrible.
rails.
If you're still listening to this, you're a braver man than I, or woman,
Person,
whatever,
whatever you are.
person, human,
Yeah.
to all. Hero to all. Okay, that's a second Moana reference. Dear God.
Yeah.
Where are we going with this?
Next is going to be Frozen.
Oh, dude, you need to just let it go.
Okay.
All right, and scene. Okay. It's time to get into everybody's favorite segment of this show, I think. And that is going to be 7 minutes in heaven. If you've never been here before, we're going to spend 7 minutes constructively roasting a website. And if you would like your website constructively roasted here on the Hold My Beard podcast, please go over to the YouTube channel. Just type in Hold My Beard. You'll find us right away. And drop your website down in the comments and we'll put you in the queue if we can get you in. All right. So today, I've got a special one for today.
Ooh.
I have some old videos from my TikTok account from about a year ago, doing some website reviews. And one of the websites I reviewed is one of my favorite websites designs ever. It is the company called Nextiva. Nextiva is a business phone provider. So if you have a business and you need a phone system, that's what they sell. They got some other stuff in there, but generally that's what they do. They rebuilt their website from the one that I loved.
Oh, no.
That I thought was one of the most brilliant designs ever. And if you do want to go see that video, just go over to TikTok, find the Wizard Marketing. I got a lot of spam accounts, so dodge those guys. But you can find my Nextiva review in there to compare to what we're about to abuse, because I think the new website is a significant marketing downgrade.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Yeah, so I don't normally do this much of an intro for the site, but I wanted to give some context of why this site is special for this, casual roasting session. So, without further ado, I'm going to pull up the old timer because Mitch can only last up to 9 minutes.
Throwback to last episode.
That's why we cut it at 7. Cut it at 7.
9 minutes is too
As
long.
you watch more of these episodes, you're going to find jokes like that. Yeah. At Mitch's complete expense.
I'm okay with it. I love it. I actually set you up for them.
Absolutely. By the way, your Amazon package should be arriving shortly. Please, on the next episode, just wear whatever's in that box.
Oh, God.
It may or may not have a zipper.
Okay. I'm afraid.
All right. Again, I already furthered the ado, so I'm just going to say without any more furthering of the ado, here is 7 minutes in heaven with Nextiva's new website build and a go. So here we are, Nextiva's new site. The old site was very clean, white, and this one has this kind of typical blue and red gradient overlay, which to me is just kind of played out at this point.
Yeah. Build amazing customer experiences.
Does not tell me what the hell you do.
No. Man, that's
no.
And then that giant head. What?
A big old noggin.
Yeah.
A lovely noggin. She's a lovely person.
Yes.
I'm sure.
It just is an odd placement. Right in the header.
Absolutely. Yeah. So not a fan. This is the next line, a unified AI powered customer experience platform for businesses to engage, market, sell, and service. What are you selling?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it still doesn't tell me anything.
Like it's just the vaguest of the vague here. So let's scroll down the page. We'll give them a little bit of a chance. We have these boxes, kind of like icon boxes for what they do, with no icons, no imagery. It's just a hovering blank transparent card.
Yeah, why aren't there like any images or icons in between the top like customer experience and then the blurb? Just
It
wasted
actually
space.
feels it actually feels like something didn't load here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would hope. Otherwise, like, why?
Yeah. Now they are trusted by a bunch of companies that you know, like IKEA and Amazon and
Ooh,
Taco Bell.
the Spurs.
Yeah, and the Spurs.
Yeah,
But again, I still don't know to this point what the hell they sell me.
no,
We are now a full screen scroll down the page, and we have not seen what they sell.
right.
Here we go. Here's the next section. Meet Nextiva. Well, didn't I already do that? Wasn't that the first part of this page? And the AI-powered engagement platform Nextiva powers personalized experiences across the entire customer journey. It feels like this is written by frickin' AI.
Yeah,
Like,
ChatGPT probably wrote it.
it's like they gave it one line, like Nextiva is a user experience platform, and then everything else that came out of this was just like from that one line, and they just kept saying make it longer, make it longer,
Right.
make it longer. And it's like, god, what is this? Customer conversations, customer experience, brand management. Okay, now we get into some products here. Now
Mhm.
I'm starting to find out what they do. Voice, SMS, and video, customer to team collaboration, desktop and mobile app. Okay, so now I actually know something about what I'm buying from you after scrolling down, 2.5 page views
Yeah, but these are just
on this
features.
site.
These are just features.
And
Like, we
these,
still don't see any benefits or like really what is it you're helping me with?
no, but hey, they're trusted. They're trusted by DHL and Texas Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Just gonna,
Yeah.
stand up and do this.
Uh,
How it works. Okay, now we got a how it works section.
okay.
They bring static and dynamic data, live and work together. Again, these are all just freaking nothingness phrases, guys.
Yeah.
Nothingness.
As a business owner, I'd
It's
have already been gone by now. I have no idea what you do. I'm out. Like, no offense to these guys, but I mean, this is just like it's too confusing. You need it to be direct to the point.
synergy,
Yeah.
you know? Collaboration.
Oh,
Like, okay, yeah, they've got some things on the left and some things on the right, and they connect through the middle, voice and video and automations. I mean, I already have a Go High Level account. What are you doing? Like,
literally.
oh my
Hmm.
gosh. Build your competitive advantage. That's something I might want. I definitely want that.
Nah.
How am I going to do that, Nextiva? Tell me how. A unified platform.
That font's hard to read on that color.
Oh my gosh, yeah, white on like a white overlay over blue. Like,
Yeah.
what? What happened, Nextiva? Who hurt you? Show me on the doll where they touched
I was
you.
just gonna
Like,
say,
come
show me
on.
on the doll.
Show me on the doll. Today's customers are more sophisticated, and the complexity of relationships with customers is increasing. This block exists to just make the page longer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like, I live about 40 minutes from Nextiva headquarters. And up until I saw this website, I wanted to drive over there and meet the web team and be like, guys, I love this site. I want to buy you lunch
Yeah.
just because I enjoyed looking at your site. I have built sites to mirror and clone their old site.
Mm,
I wouldn't touch this with 39.5 foot pole.
that's pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we are 7 minutes in heaven right now.
Yeah, it's true. Again, I feel like we're kind of missing some just stuff in that block. Like, say goodbye to siloed software and get started with a unified customer experience solution. I mean, like, what it doesn't tell, like, you gotta assume your customer is like not as smart as a fifth grader. We're assuming too much about like who would understand this. Like, I have a pretty good like the gist in my head of what they do, but we're smarter than your average bear. If you're treating people like they're your first in the first grade, none of this screams out what it does.
And there's a clear mismatch between who they think they're supposed to be targeting at companies and who's actually consuming this, because they are writing for a C-suite level executive
Right.
here. These are all the words C-suite level executives want to hear. Amazing experiences. That's not who's going to bring this up the chain.
No.
It's going to be some low-level tech guy who used to plug phones in by copper wire
Mm.
for a business that is, not sold by this stuff. Like, they want to know, how does this improve? That's the end of the 7 minutes. I want to keep going because
Do
I'm
it.
so
Do it.
enraged.
9 minutes. 9 minutes. You got this.
Oh yeah, yeah. They haven't gotten me there yet. So, but Steve Wozniak. Like, I feel like that's the only thing on this page that has any value is there's big companies that use us.
Yeah. Literally, it's just a flex.
It's just a flex.
And I don't like that headline on that form. See why 100,000 plus businesses choose Nextiva. Yeah, let's make that a little bit better.
You want to know why 100,000 businesses chose Nextiva? Because they saw the old site.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Golly.
Y'all got Jake riled
I do like
up.
a good mega footer though. I'll be honest.
You do like a Bigfoot.
I do like a big foot.
Yep. You like
Something you can really wrap your hands around. You know what I mean? I need to stop because this is gonna ruin the rest of my day if I don't stop now. So
I love it. Usually I'm the one getting all worked up and pissed off. It's like watching you get all worked up over something is kind of fun for me.
it's just a miss. It's just an absolute whiff.
Yeah. I don't think I'll have to go check out your video to see what the original one looked like. But I mean, I know your standards for websites, and if you were raving about it as much as you were, like, it had to be 180-degree turn from that.
And here's the thing: I tried to go dig up the old site,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like very hard to get to.
You can't even get
Very
onto it
hard
like
to
on
get to.
archive.org.
I even loaded that. Here's the problem with it: a lot of their site was like really good images with like good diagrams on it, and they
Oh.
don't load anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's just fall from grace.
Yeah.
Fall from grace. We haven't seen this big a fall from grace since Kevin Spacey. Let me tell you.
I love that reference. That was great. Oh, goodness.
You just Me Too'd your own freaking website.
Yeah. Wow. Well, hey, you shoot your shot. Sometimes you miss. And yeah.
But that's why we have daily backups, guys.
Oh, that's what that's for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna cry.
Oh God. It's okay. Virtual hug.
Oh my goodness. Well, after that rousing excitement and explosion of 7 minutes in heaven, I don't know where else to go with this episode. So
It's just time to roll over and have a sandwich.
all right. Well, Mitch, where can I find you eating your sandwiches?
You can find me on the internet eating sandwiches and anywhere as Beardpreneur and barhammarketing.com. I don't know why I said the. I was trying to do your website, thewizard.marketing.
Yeah, that's me.
And then it was like the barhammarketing. No, it's just barhammarketing.com. I was trying to pitch you.
Well, I appreciate it.
Oh, and by the way,
I had to use the word the because what I wanted was already taken. They want to charge me $30,000
what?
for my domain, like Wizard Marketing.
Yeah.
They want to charge me $30,000. I was like, no.
I want to see you make a go by lilserp.com, and I want to see a skit of you rapping about like SEO and websites, and that's all the website is.
Oh my gosh. ChatGPT, write a rap about SEO in the style of Eminem.
Oh,
Go.
do it. Well, Jake, where can we find you?
Oh man, you can find me at thewizard.marketing if you want to work with my agency, or on socials as The Wizard Marketing, wherever you want to be. You can also find me on YouTube along with this podcast. You can find my videos as well. And as a special treat, you can join Mitch and I's mastermind group. We meet every single week. We help you actually make changes and improvements to your website. You can find that at teachme4m.com. So join us there, and I'll give it to you for no discount at all because it's already super cheap. So
it is. It really is.
Yeah, it's priced to sell. We only have a couple seats left, so please take advantage of that. Would love to have you in there. Hold My Beard Marketing Podcast, available on YouTube and Spotify and wherever else you like podcasts. I don't know what people use these days.
Young whippersnappers.
We're probably there.
Probably.
We use some platform to push it everywhere you want to be. So
nice.
Yeah, that's about it for today's episode. Mitch, any closing thoughts?
Just keep on keeping on. It's a wild world out there.
When it comes to marketing, do something. Just do it. Trademark this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Go away.
Yeah, okay, bye.
We'll see you next week. Bye.